Today's date is the sorry guys. So today's date is the 19th of February 2026. The time now is on my phone. The time now is 5:10 a.m. So I'm back on the board, but I've got my things on the right side here. So you understand this kind of segmentation. So we're gonna work on the project now, but it's not a project, it's more of a philosophy. So it's more of a philosophy of compound. So 1 second is not too high enough. Sorry guys. So what is a compound? I'm drawing a board. So a compound is to get a housing in obviously in Navy as born in Navy, Nigeria, born in Navy as well to Navy hospital in Nigeria as well. Basically I'm from Navy Anambra State in Nigeria, and the reason I know, I stayed in an apartment, but I was born. My brother has a compound. My mom was a compound. My granddad has a compound, and that's where I stayed. I live in a compound, but I was born. I used to an apartment, so I was born into an apartment facility. But those are also houses that had there. But basically, we had apartments and the probably put together. This is what I had. But I had also recover. So my dad from Enugu, Akita region, I believe. He was born in a compound. His dad, his granddad his granddad is a king. He's a king. My dad's dad is a king, but my dad is the last born. He's the sixth child or seventh child. No, and this is seventh child. And they live in a compound. So it doesn't matter how much children you have, you're gonna have kind of safety or security in the compound. So I want to introduce I'm going to introduce components to you. So a house is like just a house. You don't even know what you're gonna get when you get a house. And that's what housing, it's very stable and very good. So I want to housing is basically one square meter, 2 square meters. Yes, 1 square meter is a house in the UK. That's disgusting. 1 square meter, square meter. It kind of like it's like that's the one times one, one times one. I think I believe it's kind of like it's not like that in Nigeria. You can't cram you down. Like, we don't cram people. We can't. The law doesn't allow that. The kind of regulation is a 1 square meter for housing in the UK. And I'm not poor, but I live in a compound. So my dad's has a compound. We go to that compound anytime. Basically, has a red door and a black door. It has like it's simply a square door. You have two different things. That's the back door, which is like the red door for choosing duplex. The compound. So the compound is 1,000 times 500 meters square, which is 1,000 meters, 1,000 miles, 1,000 meters square. No, 1,000 meters square meters. 1,000 meters times 500 meters. So basically that's 500,000 meters square meters. Depending on the area of the shape, or cube meters. If you're thinking about height, you have so you have square meters, or cube meters, and you have a height. So you have a triangle. The triangle. You understand? 60% is this. So if I tell those two, so I don't want to bring the system here, but I will not have. So I'm going to divide it by two. So this 50,000 meters, square meters of land, check it guys, is a compound. It's a compound. So that's one compound. But I come from a duplex. So I come from a duplex. So the problem is that I'm trying to build a house, so it's more secure for the children. So children communication, like people that are disabled, basically I'm building my PhD on ontology, me, myself and I. my PhD. I'm doing another PhD. This for myself because the council Cambridge notes are really acknowledging me. Even about Mensa, they don't lift the knee, leave the pose hands or whatever they want to lift you up. So 1,000 times 500 is a lot that I'm trying to get. But I'm going to divide that by two, and that will give me a mini compound. So it's half of a compound. So that will be 2,000 to the 50,000 square meters of land. India needs to accumulate in the span of 12, so it's about 6 months. So I'm trying to find the money to buy this kind of land, but to guarantee land, if I buy this land, I'll start building it. But this is what I'm saying. I'll buy one compound. I'll buy one compound because I'm only one person, you know. But I'll split this in this mini compound because that's what I said. I come from a duplex. So duplex is 500,000, 500,000 times two. Times two. They'll give you double it. So you're gonna get 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100 meters, 100 square miles. 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 Is it miles? Miles. No. Square miles. So this is miles. So the compound is in miles. So you can understand the mileage is basically the compound's measurement. Mileage is basically traveling. You go like a mileage, like a travel of miles. To this amount. You go mileage, which of a car. But it's basically for community into places. So for the people that are actually disabled, But for me, people that have failed, so I'm not going to give you to do it, but I'm going to give you to do it. So I'll be trying to pause the model here, guys. But just follow me along, Nnamdi. So is it meters or miles? So meters, meter, centimeter, kilometer. I don't know what is meters killing me out. So I'm just remember what it was. It was 15 miles. Yeah, so I think we check it out back. Let me just check on my computer here. Let me just check on my computer. So, the compound is 1,000. How much is how is a compound measured? How is a compound measured? Measured compound measurement. Miles or square meters? Because you should use the impregnance of feet, meters. A compound measure for two or more different units. Yeah. Miles per hour or kilometers per hour. Nigeria housing. Yes, normally they have acres. Yes, meters. So you get acres. Yes, you get very acres. So you get square feet, but you get square meters. So I'm going to square meters. Yes, square meters. So acres are the old unit of doing it, but acres is the smallest unit of going to meters, going to semi-urban rural areas. Yeah, basically, it's a large unit of measurement. Hectare, so 9,000 square feet, and yeah. So I'm telling you guys, the fact of the matter is, the land I'm looking at this. I'm looking at website called reposnigeria.com. So Nigeria is a boat of oh, you can read it. So let me try and read it now. Okay, 1 acre equals 3,600 square meters. So this one plot of land. So one plot is 600 square feet meters. So one plot. So I need 2 square feet of Nigerian land. No, I need half a plot. So because it's 500. So I said, at least I'm doing by ratio. So, I don't want to accumulate because it's a mini compound. I'm dividing by two. I'm not using the other way around, so I'm using the metric system. Yep. So one plus lamb is equal to so the standard side, but can vary. So that's if 600, 600 meters squared. In the kind of framework I'm describing. But 600 meters squared is a land, We have the height. To get the height is really double it. So if it's 600, you get to 1,200 in length, or if you height, or vice versa, in the length and height. So a plot of that is 200 square meters, yeah, but that's the standard size of one unit. Square meters is square meters. You're gonna have 500 in the ratio of 2 to 1, like double and one. Half. Okay, look, this is half and double, half to double. Like so I'm building a mini compound, and I've decided that I'll build two distinct compounds, but they have the discharge compound. So it's gonna be for people that are disabled in UK for the matter of the OBINexus framework. OBINexus is my control system, but I'm gonna do it myself, so I have stability. So if I get stability in UK, I can go and do anything I want to do. Nothing stopping me now for doing anything I want to do. And if I ever leave the UK without achieving anything, like housing this project, I will be suffering in Nigeria. Like I'll be trying to start all over again. But I have a 3D printer at 15 Eastern Way, IG50AQ. But my business, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for November, E for Echo, S for Umbrella, S for Sarah. If you can deal with people in the UK who are neurodivergent and on spectrum like ETD, autism, Asperger's, and give them the freedom they deserve, then I've achieved my job and I'm happy. But those people have to be along our southern from Nigeria. So, I rather people that I'm going to create compounds in the UK, but they're called mini compounds. So, they're half, but because they work in half. So, if the compound is again 500,000, one compound, you have to be two detached compounds, or two four. So you're gonna have, let's say, 500,000 divided by four. That'll be 1,250, 125 thousand, thousand square feet, square meters, 1,200 1,000 oh, so basically 1 acre. So 1 acre is 1 hectare is 900 square meters. One hectare is one 9,000 square feet meters. So actually they're working on hectare, but go to 1 acre, which is 3,600 square feet. So I will use 1 acre of land to do this project because of the housing crisis. So we have all the land. So I have a maximum degree of land of no properties yet. But I'm not gonna ask the council for housing anymore. I'm just gonna be building my own houses, like OBInexus, build your own. O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for India, N for November, E for Echo, S for X-ray, U for Umbrella, S for Sarah. The we video control, I got to we're going to have the tech integrated. I need to start putting the smart home. Basically, it's a constitutional smart home for new people. So it's gonna give you the space. This is basically the land. So the house is gonna be in the vicinity of 1,200, 1 to 500, 1 to 125,000 square meters, square meters, square meters, which is a third, which is basically, uh, 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 which is one hec, hectare. That's the one that is like usually 1 to 5. Okay, let's do the calculators. Divided by one two one two one two 125,900 divided by 90. Okay, 99000. You give me 13. So the sheer 13 of space over the divided times pi r squared. So that's the ratio times 360, no, times 180, no, times, see the angle is times 90, times 90, times 90 degrees. So let's do times 15 degrees. Let's do times 25, which is the smallest unit of the system, times 25 equals 42, 441, 441.222 times pi r times pi There's no pi here. It's tan to the inverse function d divided by 8c. I don't know how to calculate, like, probably shift alpha. So the measurement should be shift tan 45. So the basic should align with the system of the pipe, but because we're building circles, so the circles what I'm building around circles. So you're gonna have, let's do it again. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. So you're gonna have pi. The radius of pi is on my calculator here. Pi, because I can't do it on my calculator here. So standard scientific. So basically, I'm trying to take a measurement that's sustainable. So you need tan to the power of inverse. So tan inverse tan to calculate. It's gonna get to get a SOHCAHTOA sine or get inverse tan, which is basically the ratio to the system. So you're gonna multiply by a ratio. So the ratio was from rice to ram is tan inverse. Okay, basically, let me do formula. So the formula will be pi, which is pi. Let's do pi, which is 3.14, 3.1415, etc. Times an angle. Let's say the angle is 45 degrees. Because in the circle you can meet easily. I'm trying to have a triangulation from the angles. So if I have 360, 360 basically, the angles can triangulate. So 360 modulo I modulo, let's say modulo small fraction of the system, 55 degrees. 45 plus 10, 55. 45 plus 60. So let's just 3D more 60 because 45 degrees is still like the peripherals, but 25 is too high. So for 60 degrees, 64. Let's make it 65. So 65, 35, 35, 360 mod 35 is 10. Now, 10 years is not enough. Now, 360 mod 45 plus 30, 75, 60. Yeah, 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 yeah. So there's 10 units of spare space. No, this is not gonna work out. No, 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 no. So you get basically, I'm trying to use 360 to model. So I get 45 minus plus 360 plus 30. So that will be for the 360. You're gonna have a sector, so you're gonna have like some kind of a color spectrum. So think of it as color spectrum. Let me try to do some maths now. So I'm gonna go to the board to do this maths so properly. So so I can start this one. So I'm gonna choke here now. So if I do click 45, if I put 65, 65 is change. Let's do 95. Let's see, 60, you get 60, so you get 45 degrees, which is like halfway between 40 and, but the angle is 60, because 60 angles, so you get 180 divided by 3, and that's 60, 60. So you get 65, so you get extra space. Because if you get to a point on speed to be 65, so let me do it on the board. So you get 65. It's not choke on. So you get 180. So you get the path. See the pathway is 180. 180 degrees minus 65 minus 60 equals 120. And 120, and then obviously 180 minus 60 is 120. 180 minus 60 is 120. And 180 divided by 3 equals 60. So my ratios are, so let me try and get 30 now. Let me see. Divided by 60 divided by 2, 60 divided by 3 is 16. 60 divided by 3. 60 divided by 3 It's 20, 20. Can I get 180 minus 20? 180 divided by 20. Divided by 20. 9. 180 divided by 180 divided by 15. 12. 180. So basically, I'm doing math. So you get 180 divided by 60. 180 minus 60. 180 divided by 3. And 180 divided by 5. 180 divided by 180 divided by 60 is 3. 180 divided by 12. No, 15. 180 divided by 15. 180 divided by 15 is 12. So this is a vector. This is considered a vector. So you're gonna have three poles. So you're gonna have every portion. So the solution is this. So for the housing, this is the pathway you're gonna walk. This is set. So I have what you do on the right. So on the right. So I'm just go about that. So let me do something to drink. So I'm doing a PG by myself. I'm going to my first support, but maybe a lot of lawsuits. So the consensus is 0 to the power of 0, 1. This is 0, 1, 0. This is going to be the power of -1, 0, and 1. So -1 is a maybe, -0 is a no, and 1 is a 1. 0 is a 1. So basically, you're gonna have a maybe. So you have so for example, 180 divided by 15, you have 12 meters to 12 meters of time to breathe and live and believe in. Just be just free, guys. In the mini compound, just be free. Just go to the park. 12 meters of land. Listen, 12 meters on 180 degrees represents a pathway. So going it's a path. It's an angular momentum, a pathway. So you're gonna have an angle of divided by 5 equals 12. So 12 meters of land. You're gonna have to the power of 1. So this should be this need to have the power of -1. Just a bring on working. So if this is if you know here, this is power. So this is the power of 0. So the power of 0 is will give you 1. So the power of -1. So the power of -1. So to the power of -1 will give you 0. To the middle. If you go 15 to the power of -1, that's 0.01. So you're gonna have something to relation between 15 and 12. Basically because they're powerful. So basically you're gonna have like radius. You're gonna have the pi 2 pi r pi r squared. 15 times 16 is 2 to the 5 times pi times 3.14 times 3.1415 will give you 70. So 70 meters square feet. That's what I want time. 70 meters of land for each just be no touching or touching. So this mini compound is no is a half of the compound. So 50,000. 500,000 divided by 2. 500,000 divided by 2. You're gonna have 25,250,000. 250,000. And basically that's what I did. 250,000 pi squared times, so pi r squared, that's what 3.14. So um, so we have to fit into the range of 250 meters of that space, of that physical part. So basically, this is pi r squared, So pi squared is 250 meters, but they have to fit it. So this is the ratio. If you fit it, you know big consensus of someone being there. So I'm trying to ask you to you are actually fragment the system. Based on this kind of so let me say to you guys. So next is next. So you're gonna have some certain things done. But so really just means notice holding you, notice touching you, notice harassing you, notice molesting you, all that kind of good stuff. Living, just talking, like living life, talking, being able to talk, being able to smell the world, being able to smell flowers without getting judged, being able to walk the earth again without being a nuisance, without being fully a nuisance, being without getting infringement of your human rights, basically, breathing, living, and working, but up construction. So you have to work in this compound because it's a housing point. So it's a mini compound. So basically, this is a mini compound. You're gonna have things to do. You're gonna have things to do. But it's in the plaza. So you're gonna have this. My friend has a plaza basically. So you're gonna have a plaza section. Because this compound. This is 500,000 to 250,000 of square inches what I'm looking to buy. So so now let's say cooking. No, small home. It's a small home. So this is small house. So basically, in a small house framework, you're gonna have things I want to the chart. Let's go in stuff. So the children playing, but they'll be breathing different. So those children, they're not allowed to work. Children are not allowed to work in the compound. Everything is automated for them. The only one that's 15 and below is a child. So they also look at below. If it's 16, you're an adult. So you can have you have to bring a work with. They have to use all those. So everything is automated. So the smart home principles, everything is automated for the children, for the people who are disabled and the children involved. But I'm not a child, so I'm just saying this. Because there are children in the world, I'm saying, grown up myself. Oh, my back. So so it's a framework of human rights I'm using. So I'm saying I have human rights, so I've proved it now. But I'm doing a pitch myself, so I'm going to keep to this page. What's the right about? Smart. So basically, things are jumping on the bed. Basically, if you are playing, you're going to play fighting, and what you don't have one another, that should be locked. But you're gonna be a smart outlet. It's gonna be smart. So you see, basically, all the electronics. So you cannot have the kind of smart meter in the house. You can have it in the house. Yes, it's the one in the house. But you're gonna have two units of two smart units. Basically, you're gonna have a fail-safe system. So I'm going to do a fail-safe housing system. So basically, the smart housing. You're gonna have the kind of power you have here, or all my power proof of the you're gonna have that there. You're gonna have system so it didn't fail. So you're gonna have it's interdependent, interdependency. But you're gonna be interdependent. It's gonna be it's gonna be working. So this is the housing model basically. So you're gonna have the housing. Everything we do as a child, jump on my bed. I should you to jump on the bed, without getting annoyed, that's want to do this. You get freedom of operation. But inside the house, the interior will look like this. So let's do the house. So basically, you kind of have the thing here, which is big. I should be clearing this basically. So you're gonna have like a cleansing ring. Let me just clear this way. Basically, see, this is the circle. It's not one step. It's not a square. In this instance, word. And I'll just call it what it is. So basically, you're gonna have a circle, and the circle is an ellipse. So basically, you're gonna have an ellipse, not a circle, not flat. Basically, circle is predictable. It's predictable. You're gonna have so this is a circle. This is two ellipses, like two ellipses. So you're gonna have two zones. You have, but they are connected. So zone one is like a Venn diagram. So you're gonna have two zones, but these are circles. You're gonna have one a circle, but this is a bubble. So this is a mini compound. So two compounds in one, basically. But you're gonna have an area. You see this area here? So they share a common center, you see here? They share the common center there, you see? Share that. But that's what I'm saying, they share center. So, because so it's one and let's yeah, but it's two circles. So basically, it's kind of like a bubble. So the shape is dynamic, which is dynamic shape. And this is like the house. So you're gonna have three main points of influence here. So I'm gonna draw another circle on the other side. So I'm gonna draw. So you're gonna have. Oh, this is too big. So no. So you're gonna have three main points of entry here. So basically, this model. So basically, see this is the housing model. So basically, see the whole circle, the whole house. So this is the top line, this is the village, so this is the line, the housing. So see basically this is a triplex, this is a tri compound. Oh, basically, this is duplex here, but see how they are shaped like a bubble. So basically, if I remove all the interior settings, I'm telling you, you will not know what I'm doing anymore. But you're gonna be bubble before they are model. So this is a bubble before they are model. So bubble before is like everything is circle. So basically, it's a dynamic system for housing. So you're gonna have the housing like this because my theory of bubble qualia. Bubble qualia is we are the physical forms of a mental organization. In our mind, this one is pigmented or dark like me, or you're white or pigmented like me. Your consciousness and your mind represent your body, how you form. You have a physical form of your qualia, your philosophical mind. So saying that this is proof. So the bubble qualia here to show that I'm a black man, but so study quite a lot of things, So we talk of black people that come to UK and don't want to go. But you see, it's a tiny how this basically everything splits into three. So this is which is one. So see each is one is at the center. OB is one at the center. So OB has three quadrants. So OB has OBI's one is let me do this one here. Sorry guys. OB has OBI, my heart and soul has all for us to go. Here's the three distinct places it can be. One, two, three. But he does share this with Isaac, so he shares this center with Isaac. But this is this is the heart of the organization. The person, Mr. Hart. It's a circle. So if I rub out this edges inside, you rub it itself. But OB's one is a plaza. So the plaza is the gaining space, the most relaxing space you can have. The plaza. So the plaza is the center of the housing. But outside there you have a military complex. So you're gonna have OB, you have exit. So exit, what is really going? I think this is wrong. So OBI is center. Exit is here. Exit. So this is exit is a built around OB. So yeah, it's this exit place. But that's outside. That's the chair. Exit. Okay, let's do one there. So we're gonna have so OB has here. Uche has the outside. So Uche has this one and this one. Uche and Eze share this space. Eze and Obi. Uche and Eze. Cross. Eze. We're gonna have basically so which has knowledge and persona. You're gonna have a bubble model. You're gonna have as a center. You're gonna have so OB has a center as a so you're gonna have as a you're gonna have which OB as a the share one space and this is the from which as a so this is the sun is in the east and sets in the west. So you're gonna have north here east here, west here. So basically, your entrance is east side. Entrance will be east side or northeast side. So see, the entrance is northeast side. Perfect, Nnamdi. But everyone here has their own sector to refer to. So it's a persona as well as stability factor of me, actually having some work done. But you like to work in pushing, you like to work. Sorry, you like to work in democracy. But this is a mini compound model. So C is basically not fragmented still, but you have things overlapping. So you can have things you're doing, two things you're doing at once. But you have to work here. So it's like basically you're gonna have 500 meters of land, 500 square meters. I can afford that. I can afford that with the UK system. Divided by two, that's 200. So I can afford that 200. To get the money to get my one in front. So, but the back here, see the back here. This one is basically Uche and Obi, Uche, Eze, and Obi. Because they own the front and the back. These are the entrances to the system. So you enter from the front, you do from the back, which is basically west, northeast, southwest. So entrance northeast to the compound and southwest exit. So you're gonna have things in there. So you're gonna have which is the library. You're gonna have some new products. You're gonna have the entrance. So anyone that comes to the center is gonna go to around the compound. Around. So you see this circle here. This kind of let's say you're gonna go to either one place or the other. One place or the other. You're gonna have one place or the other. So you see, OBI is my heart and soul, which is my uh, something, and AJ is my king. So so I'm a real person. So I'm just a tricolor side. So it's not a square. It's more like it's dynamic. So you can deal with danger. So it's not like there's one. It's not even. It's not a circle. It's not. You can't just window for it. You have to go round. So like you put the corner here. It's more of a bubble. So it's smoothing out. It's corners, but you cannot hide anything there. No, it's not straight lines. You have to pay the bubble guard. So you got a bubble guard here, bubble wrap guard. So you gotta have low system. Yeah. So that's how. So this is a model of how the compound looks. So you're gonna have a triplex model of this mini compound, but it's more secure. Basically, it's meant to be secure for a reason. So this is design of the mini compound, basically. This is how it looks. I'm gonna take a picture of this on my computer too. Thank you guys for watching this video.